It is a goddamn fucking scam. Not from me, from you. From mental health workers, from home carers, from other groups and organisations that you want me to go along with. Not only is it that, since 2015, with the whole trauma scam to do with Tamworth, whatever other bullshit, and you want me to go along with it. So gathered information from unreliable sources, and yeah, family can be an unreliable source. Even my cousin Christy Childs is my cousin on my mother's side. Christy Saruni is my cousin on my father's side. Two different families, and they're both immediate families. Because Christy Childs is my mother's sister's daughter, Christy Saruni is my dad's sister's daughter. Christy Childs could have stood up and said, well, when we grew up, we used to always go and see Nan, which we did, in 43 Piper Street, Leichhardt. We grew up going to that house, that terraced house in Leichhardt. We used to, she could have stood up and said she used to, the park across the road used to climb the viaducts with her cousin, me. She didn't do that. So when I ask family to stand up because there's scummy shit organisations that have wrong information, I mean it. Stand up, start verifying facts. No one did it on both sides. Now, when a description as these mental health losers making a good monster out of scamming government-funded money, including New South Wales Police, when you have a description of a person and it doesn't even match my hair colour, and then you've got losers going, oh, it has to be him, but he dyes his hair black. I don't dye my hair black. Okay? Don't start your scam, because my hair's been black since I was a little kid. I was only ever a blonde baby. But then so's a lot of people. They're blonde babies and their hair goes natural colour when you lose your baby hair. That's how insane these organisations have gone to. Now, you've got a description at Rosebery College to do with Justin Pascoe. I'm not Justin Pascoe. I'm Justin Fleming. Then there was descriptions to do with not only Justin Pascoe. You've got, and it's all projected onto me, it's information to do with other people that's been gathered by social support workers and mental health workers, assuming that relates to me when it doesn't. And as soon as I heard, I was like, that's not me. You're talking about Justin Pascoe. And you're talking about Darren Taylor. And you're talking about Shane Childs. That was a really good description. So those mental health workers have a lot of information to do with Shane Childs and his upbringing, including when his mother lived in housing. Okay, that's still not me. And you've got a good description of Daniel Rackley, my mother's second husband's son from his first marriage. Again, not me. You think after 11 years of damages in 2 countries why you're lying and scamming? I'm just going to sit back and not keep fighting this. Well, tough. It's that simple. This started out with bullshit, lies and scams. There was nothing wrong with my life in 2015. I was continuing a return to work, maintained health conditions. The only thing that was the problem was the damage to my muscles. That was getting investigated. So from 2010, that muscle damage. The other was the high lactic levels in my blood and post-viral fatigue. That was it. It was investigated to see what was causing the fatigue, causing me so much damage as well. From that, after organisations got involved in 2015, the damage was caused. Not before, after. The damage was caused after 2015 because of wrong information gathered from unreliable sources, and not one bit of the information matches myself growing up. Considering that, no, I'm not born and raised in Tamworth. Stick to the facts. My mother moved there. I grew up in an ethnic school in the suburbs of Sydney. 1984 until, well, the last school date was the 23rd of March 1989, just before my 10th birthday. I went to St. Aidan's Roman Catholic School. Then my mother wanted to move to a completely different area and a completely different lifestyle where we didn't know anybody, with her second husband, so she moved. Now, all the information that these people have gathered doesn't relate. The description doesn't relate to me. It doesn't even relate to photos of me. That's how insane this is. I put photos of myself up on social media throughout my entire life growing up, and people have said, have made up comments and said, that's not him. I'm like, that is me. So therefore, who do you think I am? Because the description, as I said 11 years ago, that description who you've described doesn't relate to me. So who you believe I am is not me. You must have me confused with someone else. And there's a photo of me. There's a photo of me throughout my entire life. And I've shown photos. They're on social media. That's me as a baby. That's me as a toddler. That's me growing up. That's me 9, almost 10. That's me as a 12-year-old in high school. That's me as a 14-year-old. That's me as a teenager. That's me in my 20s. That's me in my 30s. And you're saying that's not me because you think I'm someone else. And that's what I've said for the last 11 years since 2015. These arseholes, including the dirty little abos, you think I'm somebody else. There's the photos of me. So what you've said doesn't even match photos of me. Therefore, you are not talking about me. It's really that fucking goddamn simple. And the detailed statute declaration, yeah, that is facts. I've literally had a deadbeat bogan government loser go, oh, it's bullshit. How is it bullshit? Oh, because it says that I'm born in Sydney. Because I am born in Sydney. These people think I'm born in Tamworth. I'm not born in Tamworth. If you think I'm born in Tamworth, then you definitely have somebody else. Because I said my dad's a builder. My dad is a builder. Again, these people think my dad's a nurse. No, my dad's not a nurse. You keep getting told this. I'm born in Sydney, airlifted to the RPA. Amanda and myself are both born and raised in Sydney. My dad is from Parramatta. He's a builder. He lives most of his life in Empire Bay. Okay, my grandparents are all from the inner city suburbs of Sydney. Yeah, and yes, we owned land and we owned horses. But let's stick to the fucking facts. My grandmother Laurel's from Leichhardt. My grandfather Reg is from Balmain. My grandmother Ruby's from Abbotsford. My grandfather Stanley's from Botany. That's the goddamn facts. Both sets of grandparents wanting to raise a large family moved out of the city into the new suburbs. The 1950s suburb of Parramatta, with the Federation Homes, is where in 1953 Ruby and Stanley Fleming went to raise a large family. In 1962, the Blacktown area is where Reg and Lola Purdy moved to raise a large family from the city. These are the facts. When I'm born, we own land in the suburbs. Not some povo family with a little house. We owned land. A nice house, landscape gardens, swimming pool, stables and horses, and land. 10 minutes up the road was Parramatta. That's how I was raised. So yeah, their mum moved when I was 10, and I had a different experience in a different area and a different lifestyle for 6 years. They moved back home to Sydney, and I've lived most of my life in the city. I'm born and raised in the city, and you want to kick me out of where I'm born and raised in Sydney? For what? For your scam? Make up your mind what scam you're going to do. Was it wait a minute, let's do all these lies about Justin so we can get him into a greyhound therapy scam? Because I thought you were just doing a carer scam. Then it was a home care scam or a mentally retarded scam or a mental health scam. What scam is it? A trauma scam? Make up your mind. No, that's right. It's a child molestation scam. Yeah, make up your mind what scam you're going to do. But how about this? Leave the lies about me out of it. Because I'm not going to keep my mouth shut when you're fucking lying about me.